Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Deb Sofield, and you're listening to my weekly podcast series called Encouragement for Your Life. Most of you know I'm a national speaker, trainer, and coach. I like to say I help people find their voice and learn to use it. I'm also a conference speaker on the topics of public speaking, presentation skills, how to deal with the media, and crisis communication. I've got a number of other presentations on my website if you'd like to check those out. If your organization has an upcoming conference and you need a keynote speaker, I hope you'll reach out at debsofield.com. I would love to be a part. I've got a number of great books on the market. My best-selling book, Speak Without Fear. My book, Perfecting Your Platform. Both of those are on Amazon and Audible if you like to listen to books. And my series, Encouragement for Your Life, which is a compilation of these podcasts, they're available on Amazon, volumes 1 through 3. Just go into Amazon, type in my name, Deb Sofield, all my books will appear. I've got a great theme today. It's one we should talk about, and friends, I've entitled it, You Are What You Believe. I'm Deb Sofield. Thanks for joining me. Stay with me for these next few minutes. Let's get started with today's show. So for today's show, I just want to tackle two topics that I firmly believe you need to stop and pay attention to if you're going to make a change for your life and for those you love. So my topic today is You Are What You Believe. And next week, I'm going to ask that you set aside your preconceived ideas and your self-sabotaging stumbling blocks and simply listen to my take on a word that I've not been a fan of in the past, but have come to see that for many, it's really all they have. The need to find a flicker of hope in their lives. It seems so simple when I suggest that you are what you believe, and yet for many today, that's just not a true statement. See, many of you have been numbed into believing that you are what others tell you you are, who you're supposed to be by your race, creed, or color, or you've created a persona or avatar about who you think you are. And now you know you're not your true self. And when you succumb to these rules of others, or you're hiding yourself from yourself, you block your heart's true core belief that who you are is enough. Good enough, kind enough, loving enough, smart enough, wise enough. Friend, you're simply enough. And if you believe that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and I hope you do, then I would expect that you have a healthy sense of self-care, not only for yourself, but also for your friends and family. And if that's going to happen, then you need to include taking care of yourself first and foremost. I love the quote, "You can't pour from an empty cup." Friend, you've got to learn to take care of yourself first. If you believe that you've been called to a big life of singing or speaking or teaching, then I would expect that you are working at it daily to be prepared when the opportunity presents itself. And let me tell you what I know. If you're not prepared, the opportunity will rarely show itself to you. That's just not how the world works. If you believe that you have skills and abilities that others would find of great value, then I would expect that you are out there networking to find your place in the employment of a company of your dreams, or that you're doing the extra work to create your own business for your financial success. See, if you are what you truly believe, then answer me this. Why are you still stuck, tired, broke? Is it because you talk about those dreams but don't do anything about it to make it happen? I can't begin to tell you the people, and these are good-hearted people, who call me or meet me at a conference or find me online, and they tell me they want to be fulfilled or famous or rich or have a smoking hot body. By the way, the joke I heard is the best way to have a smoking hot body is to be cremated. But I digress. Okay, back to the good-hearted people who are talking up a blue streak of what they're going to do or who wish and hope and dream that someone somewhere will find them, tap them with a magic wand, and all good things will appear. Okay, hello, that makes no sense. And yet, when I ask these people, hey, what are you doing to get there? They look at me like I'm asking for money, cold, hard cash. They look at me with eyes wide open, and they say things like, I don't want to do anything. In their minds, it should just come to them, which is why I ask, why? And then I hear the most bizarre answers that all start with the phrase, well, because. To which I ask, because why? It's as if I should be able to see their greatness flowing forth. And friend, I wish it were so. I mean, how cool would that be? That you could just wake up one day and lo and behold, you got the good looks of George or Amal Clooney, or the money of Elon Musk, or the wisdom of Chuck Swindoll and Andy Stanley. Wow, wouldn't that be wonderful? Hey friend, if you are what you believe, some of you need to get to work on yourself. And that will only happen when you turn off the voices of what others tell you you are supposed to be, and when you push past your frustration of being judged, real or imagined, due to your race, creed, or color, or when you set aside the avatar of your fake life and be who you were born to be. Only then will you see your new life come alive into existence. And tell me, what do you believe? The fact is, that's not easy to answer unless you've done the work to make your dreams come true. Hey, let me give you a couple ideas that I think might make it happen faster for you. So let's start with probably the most important, and that is you've got to take care of you. There's no doubt the pressure of the world weighs heavy on the hearts and minds of so many listening. And it's not just what's happening in the world and the world around us, but it's also a hard season for a lot of people. You know, for some reasons, as you're coming into the summer, you've now hit spring or the holidays. I got to tell you, it just brings out the best and worst in people. I also know that financially this time of year and in the new year, it's hard and stressful. To prevent yourself from burning out and wearing down even more than you already are, I think sometimes you just need to stop and focus on your needs. Yes, your own needs. Empty the cup that holds everyone else's problems and thoughts and fill it with your own. Listen to yourself and figure out what's bothering you and what will it take to help you heal. Whether that's talking to a professional, ending a relationship, or simply creating a more organized and restful space. Do that for you, because after everyone is gone, friends, you are left with only yourself. And that needs to be somebody you can live with. You may believe you can do it all until one day you break, and then during the recovery, it's going to be twice as hard to get back up on your feet. All I can suggest is as you're coming into this new season, slow down for a bit. No need to add to the financial, emotional, or physical pressure that you're probably already under. For those of you who want to sing or speak or teach, let me just level with you. For every person who stands on stage, 1,000 others would like the same opportunity. So what are you doing today to differentiate yourself from the rest? When you say that you believe you were called to a life of public service, and I believe that's what singing, speaking, and teaching is, service to others, tell me, what are you doing in the waiting period before you hit the stage? If you're not working now, hey, when will you begin? All right, tell me the truth. If you believe you're called, what are you doing daily to make a difference? Listen, I have no doubt you can make it. All I'm asking, if you are what you believe, then you should be pretty good to go. I mean, ready to walk on that stage and go. Friend, if you are what you believe, tell me how you're going about setting up your own opportunities. I've had many guests on my radio show these past few years telling me story after story on how they made their life's work into a paying job and are loving life since it's now on their own terms. And I'm not just talking about owning your own business. There are some great places to work in your town where they would love your skill set if they only knew about you and what you had to offer. Your belief in yourself to make something good happen is a necessary skill for your financial future. And I'll leave you with this thought. Friend, you can do anything you want to do if you believe and put some feet and sweat into your plans and prayers. There's no opportunity that you can't manage. If you can't go up, go around. And if that doesn't work, think about a new way to solve an age-old problem. For those of you who think outside the realm of typical to the possible, the world is your oyster, as they say. I want to end with this, which is how much you allow others to tell you how to live your life and who you're supposed to be. And for those of you who are living a lie of your double standard life, this is for you too. Now, I am in full agreement that there is a fine line of being respectful. But remember, these people are not walking in your shoes. I saw a quote that said, "If you're afraid to tell people how you feel because you think it will destroy them, so you bury it deep inside yourself, well, that's where it destroys you." Think about that. I've heard it said we've all been placed on this earth to discover our path, and we will never be happy if we live someone else's idea of life. I want to end with my favorite quote from Jim Rohn. Hey, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you're going to fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Friend, you are what you believe. Now tell me, or better yet, tell yourself exactly who that person is and what can be expected of them. And then be who you are. Why? Because, friend, you are what you believe. I'm Deb Sofield. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me. I really hope you'll join me next week so we can continue the journey together as we work towards a better day. And remember, I don't care what the world says about you. I want you to hear me when I say I care about you. And I care about you for a lot of reasons. But one of them is that I believe you can do big things. But that is only going to happen when you step into the light of who you really are, who you want to be, and how you plan to get there. And here's the promise I make. I will walk alongside you as we follow that dream together. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Thanks for listening. Join me next week.